Hi Callum, how's it going?
Yeah, good, thanks, you.
Yeah, not bad. We're on nearly on the eve of a cup final here, Callum, and I think it's fair to say that when Ange walked in the door at Celtic, things were quite chaotic. But now it seems there's a real sense of unity and stability within the team. Despite there being almost a whole new team of players. Can you speak a bit about how that's happened from a player's perspective and a captain's perspective?
Yeah, like you said, coming back in the summer, things were a little bit all over the place, a bit chaotic. But what the manager's done when he's come in is really solidified the group. Got the players, identified the players that he wanted, and we managed to get them in over a difficult period with COVID in the summer and all the isolation rules. But what we've got is we've got a really good group of people as well in terms of just good human beings that want to play football, want to help, want to work, and that just makes the whole thing a lot easier. Especially when you're trying to build a new team and you see already the football's getting rave reviews, everybody's enjoying it. It's a joy to play in. But that just comes with enjoying football, and the managers always spoke about that. When you're a 10-year-old kid, you want to play football, you want to attack, you want to get on the ball and make things happen, and that's what he's done. He's given us a real freedom to go and express ourselves, and I think you can see that in the performances.
And what is it about this moment in particular that is getting the best out of you, Callum? Because you've had a long road at Celtic, you've had ups and downs, but I would say that your form's improved on last season. Is it about the manager, or have you made any changes to your approach personally now that you're captain, or is it simply just you better fitting into the way the team's playing in general?
I think when you obviously you have a sort of poorer period in terms of form and things like that, then you always assess it. You always think, how can I get better? And it just makes you more hungry. When people start to criticise you, it makes you more hungry to prove them wrong. And that's something I've always sort of done over my career. You're not going to be able to impress everyone or keep everyone happy, but I think within yourself when you're playing well and when you're not. And then, like I said, it just gives you that hunger to try and prove as many people wrong all the time. And like you say, Gaffer's come in, he's been brilliant. He's gave the team a real confidence to go and play, and certainly that type of football as well. It then helps that I'm that sort of footballing type which likes to get on the ball and play short passes and get the team moving, and get the speed into the game. So obviously there's a little bit of that as well, but I think form can come and go, but as long as you always try and give your best and try and improve all the time, then that's all you can ask for.
Good luck on Sunday, Callum.
Thank you.
Hi, Callum.
Hiya, how you
Looking
doing?
forward to Sunday. You've played a lot of cup finals for Celtic, won a lot of silverware with Celtic. Is there any particular process you go through to get into the right mindset for a cup final?
No, I think, like I've touched on before, every game playing for Celtic, representing Celtic's a massive game. And I think if you've got good processes throughout that in terms of training, applying yourself every day, then it just becomes the normal. And I think the more you can stick to that process of, trying to give your best every single day, then, when the sort of so-called bigger games or the cup finals come around, then, you're already in a rhythm of, giving your best, giving your all. So it then just becomes natural. I've always found that's the sort of best way to work in terms of trying to have that consistency to your performances and the way that you do things, the way you live your life. And then normally these things sort of fall into place. So, it's just a case of, getting good habits early on and continuing that right throughout the season. And then, like I said, when the bigger games come around, then it becomes sort of second nature.
I think we spoke before the semi-final as well about kind of creating your own history and this new crop of players. How are you all feeling with just a couple of days to go?
Yeah, boys are feeling good. Really confident off the back of some really good performances, really good, run in terms of, the way we've been playing. Performances have been good. We've kept a lot of clean sheets. We're defending well. So, everybody's in a good place mentally. And then, when things come around and you get the chance to win silverware, then, it just adds a little bit extra excitement. But just in terms of that, we just keep a lid on it. We keep working hard, staying calm, and then when we approach the game on Sunday, then we give everything to win.
What do you expect from Hibs on Sunday? Their team that kind of obviously with the new manager expected to come in. They've kind of had mixed results, but done really well in the League Cup this season, obviously.
Yeah, that's the thing with cup competitions. It's a one-off. You perform well on the day, you've got a great chance of winning, and that's what we need to guard against as well. You know, Hibs have always been a tough opponent for us. You know, they come and they take the game to us, and then we need to handle that. So, you know, I'm sure we'll be preparing the game plan properly. Like I said, from our point of view, just recovering over the next couple of days, and then, you know, we try and execute the game plan that the staff give us, and, you know, hopefully that's good enough on the day for us to go and win.
Callum, it's been well documented, obviously, your journey through Celtic in terms of the youth and also being a fan as well. What would it mean to you to lift a trophy as a Celtic captain?
Yeah, you know, obviously it would be a huge moment, but, you know, we're not even thinking about that yet. All we're doing is trying to prepare for the game. Like I said, stay calm, approach the game in the same manner that we have done, you know, throughout the start of the season. We're always just trying to get better as a squad. So, you know, if that comes on Sunday, then it'll be a huge moment. But, you know, for the time being, I'm fully focused on doing my job and like I say, preparing for the game.
How much do the players want to do this for the manager, you know, since he's came in, and how much does the manager deserve a success like a League Cup this early on?
Yeah, you know, I think everyone deserves it. The manager's come in, he's made a real impact in the group. You know, we're all a very sort of close-knit group. We all seem really tight, you know, which sounds crazy, even though we've only met each other, you know, probably 4 or 5 months ago. But there's a real good bond within the group, and, you know, that's helped us, you know, have such a good start in terms of the rebuilding process. But, you know, the manager's always on it, is to try and improve every single day, and he sets those demands, and then, you know, we have to follow it. So I think, you know, on Sunday, if we can get over the line and manage to get silverware, then, you know, it's probably a good indicator that we're doing the right things, and hopefully that continues.
Callum, how concerned are you about the current COVID situation?
Yeah, you know, obviously it's always concerning. Things are changing on a daily basis. So, you know, we just need to sort of wait and react to whatever news we get. But, you know, it's obviously very concerning, you know, the rate that it's sort of spreading now as well with the new variant. So, like I say, we just have to be sort of fluid and flexible on it in terms of whatever news we get.
Has there been any tightening of the COVID protocols within the squad?
Yeah, you know, obviously everybody's, you know, we're always super vigilant anyway, but, you know, we continue to be. So, you know, we're all sort of 2 metres distance from masks wherever possible, and we're just trying to do the right things in terms of when you leave here as well. You know, everybody's trying to make good decisions. So, you know, we understand there's a lot of it out there at the minute, but, you know, the players and staff and everyone in the building are doing their best to keep everybody safe.
Callum, in previous seasons when, you know, you've won the League Cup as the first trophy of the season, have you noticed that's given the squad a lift or a boost going into the remainder of the season?
I think, like you said, because it becomes, you know, pretty early on in the season, if, you know, obviously things are going well for you to get to the final, and then if you manage to go over the line, then of course that gives you the right sort of indicator that you're doing the right things. But, you know, like us for a group, you know, we're still early stages in our development. We've managed to get to the final. You know, when the big games come around, you do everything you can to win them, and hopefully that's the case. But, you know, like you said, that would obviously give us a massive lift in terms of the indicators that we're doing the right things, and we're sort of getting better as a group.
As the club captain now, is there any added responsibilities, any extra onus on you to do anything different in the lead up to the game at all? Whether that's, you know, take sort of extra responsibility in rallying the guys? Is there any sort of speeches that you need to do?
No, I think, you know, in terms of the group, everybody's, you know, looking forward to it. You know, when the big games come around, then, you know, that's the ones that you don't really need motivated for. So in terms of cup finals and that, they sort of pretty much take care of themselves. But, you know, everybody's in good spirits and looking forward to the game. So, you know, we just prepare as we have done for all the games so far. Like I said, in there we've got a great group, some really good leaders in there as well, and we'll all bounce off each other, and like I said, hopefully we'll have a good day on Sunday.
Callum, you had so many years of dominance and success, so many trophies, quadruple treble, and it almost became a habit of picking up all these trophies. So I'm guessing it came as quite a shock last season to not pick up any. Does it give you now that added motivation, perhaps as much as you have for a long time, to pick up this particular trophy?
Yeah, of course. You know, like you say, when you have success and then, you know, it's snatched away from you, then it just makes you even more hungry and determined to get it back and get that winning feeling back. So, you know, winning becomes a habit, and, you know, it's infectious, and that's what we want to breed here. We want to breed a winning mentality where when the big games come around, you know, we manage to do it. So, like I said, we continue on the right track. We prepare for the game properly, and on Sunday we give everything to win it and get some silverware.
What's the manager like ahead of these big games? Some managers look to lean into the occasion and try and bring a big performance, and others maybe just want to treat it as just another game. How does Ange go about it?
Yeah, he's been pretty calm so far. We've always sort of spoken about the way that we want to play football, the kind of team that we want to be with the ball when we don't have the ball, and I think that's been the one sort of constant message. It doesn't matter who we're playing, whether it be at home, be away, be at Europe, be at a cup game. We always approach the game in the same manner, and we want to play the same type of football. So, I'm assuming if you ask him, then he'll be approaching it exactly the same way.
Callum, you mentioned the closeness in the group and how tight-knit you all are. What would you say has been the key to that bond?
Just like I touched on earlier, there's a lot of good people in here. There's a lot of good sort of human beings. They're the right type. They want to work hard. They want to do well. They want to be successful. And when you get a building full of people like that, then it tends to snowball pretty easily. So I think that's what we're sort of blessed with, the characters that we've brought in. They're real good types of people, and like I say, we want to be successful, and we want to do everything we can to help each other be successful as well. So I think that's probably key as well.
And I know you were close to your predecessor, Scott Brown. Have you heard from Scott in the build-up to the cup final this week? Has he had any advice for you as captain?
We just talk pretty regular, to be honest. We're always in communication, always texting back and forward about the games and what's happened and things like that. So Scott's always been brilliant with me in terms of advice, and like I say, we talk all the time. So I'm pretty sure we'll hear from each other in the next couple of days as well. And like I said, he's a good mate of mine, so it's all good.
Callum, it's been well documented, obviously, the injuries you've had, especially in the forward area to key players. How impressive have you been with how the team's adapted and the players that have came in?
Yeah, it's been good. Like you said, a lot of injuries, but with the structure of the team, the way the manager wants the team to play, then the team has a specific function, and then within that, it shouldn't really matter who's playing in what position. They should still function the same way. So that's the one good thing about this type of football and the structure that we play is we can miss players, but the guys that come in, they know exactly what's asked of them in terms of the job that they have to do for the team. And like you said, it's everybody who's come in has done really well, has impressed the manager, and that's what we need. We need everybody fighting, for starting positions, fighting for being on the bench, and that just keeps the whole standard of the thing pushing in the right direction. So it's been excellent.
Has that been something that the manager sort of emphasised this season, that it's going to be a squad game?
Yeah, absolutely. He speaks about it all the time. We're going to need everybody. You see the amount of fixtures and the amount of football that's getting played at the minute. It's pretty much every 3-4 days. So the manager's always big on the guys. Everyone in the building will play their part, and when you're called upon to play, then you have to be ready to help the team. So that's one thing that he's massive on.